I'm John Anderson and you're watching the Classic Rock Archive channel.
All in all, there's something that there is, same as the power that gives you are the power of my love. My love.
The unmistakable voice of John Anderson of Yes is back with a new solo album.
I always thought it was going to be called Oslot, which means in north of England, a lot of us. And that means I was going to invite everybody that I knew to play on the record. So Michael Franklin, God bless him, decided to do it for me. And he got Ian Anderson on one of the tracks. He got Chick Corea, Billy Cobham, my favorite drummer of all time, Zap Mama to come and sing on it, and a myriad of people.
Show me your light, to be there, to be real, to do something together now. Get up and fill up my life. This the middle of a love fest, travel on a lot.
Most of the album was written almost 30 years ago, but some songs are more current.
The new ones are Ramalama, Where Does Music Come From, I Found Myself, and
Makes Me Happy?
Make Me Happy.
Just to be who you are makes me happy. Makes me happy.
Those songs and more were inspired by John's wife of 26 years.
Tell me about the way that Jane influences your music.
Gosh, it's endless. She used to be the music supervisor for Ron Howard's company, Imagine. And I wanted to write music for movies. So through a friend of ours, Linda Livingston, who has worked for BMI in LA, she got in touch with me and said that you must meet this lady, Jane Luttenberger. And I said, please send her up to the house, and they came up for lunch, And it's so wonderful because when she walked through the door, I knew who she was because I'd seen her in my meditations for 6 months prior.
What do you mean you'd seen her?
I'd see her jump up and down in my meditation, this beautiful...
It looked like her?
Oh, it was her. It was just...
Are you psychic?
No, it was just one of those things. I've been practicing meditation pretty deeply at that time, since '87, when I met my spiritual teacher, this lovely Divine Mother Flora from Honolulu. And so I've been seeing her. As soon as she walked in the house, I said, I love you, let's get married, in my mind. Now, how do I get to that place? Because I'm a shy person, really. And it was remarkable that she kept looking at me and asking me questions, and I couldn't look at her very much because I just knew it was her. She was in my house, and my kids were around for my first marriage. I was actually making an album called Toltec, so there were about 4 or 5 other people. And then we went out for dinner 2 days later, and from then on we were inseparable.
Whoever dreamed that we could see so clear.
I went to see the music being mixed about 3 months ago in Orlando, and realized that this was such a fun, happy album. Let's tour.
The John Anderson 1000 Hands Tour began in Orlando, Florida, March 11th and continues through August 8th in Detroit, Michigan. The 8-piece band will likely play a few Yes songs in addition to the new album.
Now, you also completed a tour recently with Trevor Rabin and Rick Wakeman.
Yeah.
And when will that pick up again? And is there any new studio work from that lineup?
Oh, it's a long story. Whichever way you look at it, you want to do new music. I wrote some songs with Trevor, with Rick, but just couldn't get everybody together at the same place because everybody's so busy in their life. And we said maybe in the 2020.
And how is Rick Wakeman doing these days? How is
doing
his,
okay.
Is his healthy okay?
Yeah, things are not always easy, but you get to that certain time in your life and things are rocky at times, but he's still funny.
Well, he was hilarious at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Brilliant.
And
he saved the day.
Speaking of that, how far in advance did you know that Geddy Lee was going to play?
About a month or so, because we asked if he could, and then it was maybe it could be, and they'd love to do it, of course. So yeah, why not?
What were your thoughts about that, having him play?
He was brilliant. He was so brilliant.
Really perfect, yeah.
Just not the playing, just him being around, you know.
Now, what is the possibility of a union with Steve Howe? And I hear that Geddy Lee is available
I
to
don't
play
know.
bass.
Hey, if I got the right phone call, I'd be there. I got Steve to play on the album at the end, so I sang with him. This is the first time for about 20 years.
Oh,
that I sang
good.
with Steve.
Which song?
It's called Now and Again.
I remember hearing an interview with Chris Squire one time where he said that his vision for Yes was that it would just continue even after you guys are all gone.
Sure.
They'll have other musicians up
Yeah.
there being Yes
Yeah.
and playing the music because it's timeless.
I
And
agree.
yeah,
I agree.
John Anderson continues the legacy of Yes to his fans' delight. I'm Cindy Drew.
Now that I know you are with me all the way, every day, to know that fear vanishes clear as the sun and sky at night, to be the light